Welcome back to another episode of the Tennessee Titans franchise, Season 3, Week 16. It's the home stretch of this regular season 2025. You can already see the last few games of this season. Today we're going to be handling the Seahawks, of course, at home, then at home the Colts, and final game will be away versus the Broncos. We're actually doing really well, and saying that is a little bit of an understatement in itself. We are topping the NFL, topping the AFC South, so everything is going really according to plan. We're going to be making the playoffs, I have no doubt about that. We will also be breaking past the wildcard round, going straight to the divisional round, so that is fantastic as well. All the teams here are formidable, will be tough to play, so yeah, any game that we're going to be playing here will be rough, but yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that, to be honest. We do have some things to tackle heading into the final part of the season, because we have our star wide receiver number 1, Treylon Burks. He's out with a dislocated hip. I put him on the injured reserve. There's just no use in keeping him around for the next weeks. I might be able to get him back. I do hope I get that done on time. The rules here are, I think it's 8 weeks or something like that. But if you count the wild card, I don't know. I had to put him out there. I just couldn't risk putting all that pressure on my 4 wide receivers. So I dragged up Colton Dowell out of the practice squad, and he's now part of the regular team, of course. We don't have anything else to do, to be honest. All we have to take care of this week is taking a look at the Seahawks, setting up weekly strategy, and then of course playing the game. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing. As I expected last time, ALLARs has taken over the quarterback position here. They did draft a quarterback in the 2024 draft. 2025 draft, sorry about that. Geno Smith has stepped down, still going strong after 12 seasons. Joe Milton, Jerry Hill, a lot of QBs in here. But ALLARs, let's just take a quick look at him. He's a started trade rookie, 21 years old, out of Penn State, 84 overall. And he's already looking pretty nice. Good throw power, deep accuracy is good, play action is good, pressure is good. So a good quarterback for the Seahawks. What about the rest of the team? The running backs, we've got Kenneth Walker III, who's super nasty to play against, 24.99. Zach Charbonnet is here, 24.88, and Kenny McIntosh. So a very solid run game will be running at us, pun intended. Kenneth Walker III here, he is looking really good. Fullback is Patrick Ricard, one of the better fullbacks in the game. DK Metcalf, wide receiver number 1. Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver number 2. X Factor, superstar. Tyler Lockett, Matt Landers, Zach Lee. These 3 here alone will be providing ample targets for ALLARs, who, and I'm sure that will not be stuck at star dev trade for long. Tight end, Kate Stovar. Bit surprising right there. Will Disley behind him, Noah Gray. But Kate Stover, let's just take a look at this dude here. Star dev trade 25, 80 overall. Just looking a little bit meh overall, I'd say. Nothing too special, but then again, very balanced, right? The overall is always a median, and if the median is 80 and he's got so many attributes strewn around in the 70s, that means that is just going to be growing very stably at a very regular pace. So there we go. Left tackle Charles Cross, 24.88. Behind him, Anthony Belton. Left guard is Javion Cohen, 23.75, and Kendall Randolph. Javion Cohen, a normal dev trade player, but because he's a starter, of course, he did get a quick makeover. So there we go. At center, Olusegun Oluwatimi. Yikes, what a name, man. Billy Price behind him. Now that's an easy name. Billy Price and Olusegun Oluwatimi. There we go. Looks to be like a solid center, nothing special, but then again, good strength. Good power ratings. Right guard Anthony Bradford, 24.79, and Nate Herbig behind him. Right tackle Abraham Lucas, 26.84, and Greg Thompson, that's a rookie. So a solid offensive line to protect ALLARs. What about defense? We've got Tremont Jones here at the left edge, 28.81. Mike Morris as his backup. Solid right edge Dorrance Armstrong, 28.78. Yannick Ngakoue and Broderick Washington Jr. A solid setup again. D-tackle, Milton Williams, 2682. Rook or Horhoro. There we go. Fun name as well. Normal depth chart. He did get a makeover because he's only the second D-tackle, so we might see him on the field as well. There we go. And finally, Fabian Lovett. There we go. Left hand side linebacker, Derrick Hall, 2480. Tyreek Smith behind him, 2572. But this is a good setup actually. On mid linebacker, Jordan Brooks, we're going to be facing one of the better mid linebackers in the game. He usually is really hard to play against. He's only going to start if trade. He's not higher rated anymore. I think he had an X factor in one of the last Maddens. Foysade Olwokun and Chris Barnes. A great mid linebacker room. I can fully get behind this one here. Really solid, exceptional players in there. Luckily, nobody of these has special abilities. Otherwise, we'd be facing an elite group of players right here. Right outside linebacker, Boya Maffett, 2676, and Thomas Santos, a rookie behind him. Cornerback, Tariq Woolen with a superstar depth trait. Devin Witherspoon, no superstar, no special depth trait apart from a star. Caleb Barnett, that's a rookie, 2281. He's a star player. So there we go. Did also get a quick makeover just to sort of show that off. Marco Wilson and Johnny Holman completing the cornerback room here. Again, secondary usually looking better. Kalen Bullock, a bit surprising here. Again, 2292. He's an X Factor, and he will be absolutely great in the future. 6th ranked free safety in the league already, and he will only get better. Jarek Reed, the second. Strong safeties, Jamal Adams, 29 and 89. Behind him, Derek Stokes. That's a rookie who I don't think I gave a makeover to. No, I didn't, because Jamal Adams will be having this spot for the next 1 or 2 years anyways. And then kicker, Anders Carlson and Barry Hall, two kickers. And at punter, we've got Michael Dixon. So there we go. All in all, I'd say an extremely balanced team. The offense is really going to be rough to play. The defense will be putting pressure on us very, very quickly. But we're going to be sticking with a winning formula, right? Defensive fatigue level is at 92. That is an issue. So backups, right edge, we're going to split. D-tackle, going to go for the backups. Left outside linebacker. Let's keep going for a split here, I reckon. What about this one here? Mid linebacker split makes sense. Right outside linebacker, let's put it on Zach Harrison. I want to keep pushing him forward, and everybody else actually works for me. All right, what about the offensive game plan? Big question. Run inside. Right, question answered. The 93 is the overall fatigue, so let's be careful here. Don't want to risk any more injuries, so going with splits here across the board actually doesn't feel like too bad of an idea. Split, split, and split. I do want to see some experience points, but I'm not willing to risk it here, just in favor of grabbing some more points. Derek Knox has been revealed. He's a star. I don't know if that was revealed last time already, but that's pretty good. Sack him 5 times, allowed 24 points. It makes sense. Let's try 300 yards. Why not do that? And again, we're going to try and get 450 offensive yards. That should give us some points, and we're going to start training. Luckily for us, the injury report has not gotten any more ugly, and we're going to have Jeffrey Simmons back next week. Chig Okonkwo back next week. That's awesome. Treylon Burks on the injured reserve, so he'll be out for longer. Graham Barton 2 weeks. Glenn Sprinkle 3 weeks. So if we do get past the divisional, I think Glenn Sprinkle would be able to be back in time. So there we go. Let's just upgrade the players. I don't expect many upgrades because we're just going with a lot of half-pad training and a lot of splits, and that usually doesn't give us too much XP. Next up, let's just hand out those 16 points amongst my staff. Again, we're going to be looking at the offensive line. I think that is the area where I really need the most help at the moment, just to get that solidified, get that handled, and then we should be well underway. The depth chart, will be doing that in-game. And with that said, I think we're just ready to kick off this game. It's at home against the Seattle Seahawks. Nissan Stadium in all its glory. Home stadium of the Tennessee Titans. Of course, a player spotlight. Who will this be? Drew ALLARs. There we go. 3,032 yards, 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Wow. All right, that is rough. Will Levis, again, very happy with him. Amari Rodgers is now my wide receiver number 1. Defensive players showing off the uniforms, of course. Here come the Seahawks, who are going to be going with the Color Rush variant. I chose this one just to really make us distinct from each other. And here come the Titans in the home uniforms. Will Levis, I'm very happy with him. Really very happy with him. When I started this franchise, I was not a little bit tentative about it, but it was just, you know, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I knew he had a few good stats in there, and that he could throw the ball, but the accuracy was a question. Pressure was a question. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with how he's turning out to be. So that is really good. Our defense stops them at the 45. We get to take over. We're going to start out with a zone split pretty quickly. What are the game day factors? All right, hurry up, no huddle results in slightly reduced clock runoff. Apart from that, we're facing Derrick, Whyle, and Jaelyn Bullock on that left-hand side. So let's run towards the left-hand side, right? All right, there we go. Dylan McMahon with an injury. That was quick, shall we say? First snaps. Here we go. Titans bench. Second and 11. We lost some yards. Looking for Clancy. Looking for Rodgers. Maybe Phillips will get the route. Was waiting, and here we go. Noah Clancy pushing forward. 3rd and 2. Levis gets the first completion here. Broken finger. Oh, that is fantastic. Another injured starter. But again, this happens. NFL is a brutal place to be. Derrick Henry, 4th and 1. We only make 1 yard on the progress here. Williams, that's number 96. See, kind of expected him to be on the field. And we completely run into these stacked players there. We're going to try and go left here. I need Skoronski, I need Dowell to do their thing. Tyjae Spears. Oh! Are we stopped? Or did we push across that line? Looks like we... Oh, we got it. Yikes, man. Because he kind of was stopped, but then he fell forward. I wasn't really sure what to think here. And here we go. Tyjae Spears trying to evade everybody. And, of course, the secondary not to be evaded. That's Derrick, Whyle, one of the best players on their team. Tyjae Spears doing well. Again, stepping in. Now stepping up as a running back number 1. We're going to be doing a little bit more run game here. Save up on the fitness of our defending. Of our wide receivers. As I look at the defenders and the words come tumbling out of my face hole. There we go. Never thought I'd say that one. Logan Thomas. Kyle Phillips. Kyle Phillips has a route that I would like to hit here. There we go. Fantastic. Can we evade? Woof. That is the X factor. That's Bullock with a stop right there at the 5-yard line. But Kyle Phillips really running that route expertly. And Levis also hitting the route here. An absolute zoomer of a pass. Just finding the space between the defensive lines. That's exactly what I want to see. Do we try a crack toss? No, that is just going backwards. I don't like going backwards. Let's try the boot slide here. Gonna be looking for Noah Clancy or Antwane Wells. There we go. Nice slide here. Dylan Redunce picking up an injury, holding his ribs. It's big dudes running into each other. What do you expect? Left hand side. Run Tyjae Spears here. We could try and be clever here. There we go. It is opening up in the middle, and he just kind of crams it inside there. Right in front of the goalposts. Tyjae Spears. Great job, my man. Fantastic. The first touchdown on today's game day here for the Tennessee Titans at home. And the Seahawks are proving to be Manageable. I'm going to say manageable. I'm not going to say beatable. I'm going to say manageable because they are still a tough team. And they're still going to be putting up a lot of challenges as we do break through. Jordan Brooks, number 56, with an injury. One of the linebackers. There we go. Play action crossers. Let's go with this one here. Amari Rodgers has my favorite route. Noah Clancy is sort of the safety valve. And there we go. This is what I love about Amari Rodgers. Oh, I'm trying to stay inbounds. Alright, we actually got down there. He's just such a solid player. You know, he gets running, he's quick, and then he grabs the ball, holds on to the ball as well. Look at this. The pressure was on, but we managed to hold on to it. And then he even tries to go for a stiff arm on Adams. Which is, I'm going to say, it is actually something that we could admire. But, yeah. It's not going to be something that I expect to work. Alright, so. Fullback with Josh Whyle. Let's go here. Wow. That was a quick slap down here. Notable inactives, and Treylon Burks has snuck in there. At least we're going to get our defensive players back next week. That is a big one, though. 4 yards. That was without any gain. Rodgers would be great. Clancy would be great. Ooh, and there we go. Pressure was there. Number 23 following along. Putting just enough pressure on Amari Rodgers for him to not complete that catch. Looking for Willis, looking for Clancy. Off we go. And that is a drop. Another one. For Yasadu Oluwokun covering here very well. And our backup tight end can't really do anything with this opportunity given here. So Evan McPherson. Let's grab those points here. Super slow movement here on the line, and there we go. That's good. Verticals. Let's get into motion again here. Noah Clancy doing pretty much better than I would have expected him to. Seeing how... Wow! Alright, do we have a shot at this? No, we don't. Jamal Adams and Sandra Bullock. No, wait up. It's not Sandra Bullock, of course. But whatever his first name was. Last name is Bullock. Really catching up there and just taking him down. And actually Noah Clancy kind of irons out his mistake from before. Perfect placement by Will Levis. But then Clancy still had a lot to do. Turning left, turning right. Kind of getting away from the defensive players that try to catch up. Jackson Smith-Njigba. What a player. What a pick. So far in the league. He hasn't really had the success some might have been expecting. Here we go. Oh, Clancy in. Into the end zone. Another touchdown, and now he's really made up for the ball drop before. Screw that ball drop. And let's celebrate this touchdown here. Fantastic stuff. Chig Okonkwo couldn't have done it better. A speed burst. A turn away here from the on-rushing defender. And Will Levis enjoying himself. There we go. 17 versus 7. Things are looking good. Still the second quarter. A lot of points here. A lot of points. Yeah, that was just the laziest slap I've ever seen. Number 99. Yannick Ngakoue right there. Just kind of going, nah. Nah. Not today. Alright, can we hit Noah Clancy again? Oh, we're gonna mix things up here. This is Amari Rodgers. Let's stay in bounds. Pushed out. Peter Skoronski with an injury timeout. Let's go the vertical. I'd like to get into field goal range just to feel a little better. Coverage is there for Noah Clancy's route. The question is, will he get there on time? And yes, he actually does. Yes, he actually does. That was great. He is gonna be getting a player of the week. I'm sure of that. You can quote me. Alright, let's just call a quick timeout here. The clock rundown was very quick all of a sudden. So, let's call a timeout here. We're gonna substitute him. We're gonna take the field goal here. Evan McPherson, come on. Ooh, quick downward movement. And does it creep in? Yes, it does. So, scoring a second field goal here. Evan McPherson, 49-yarder. A long distance to go, but it pushes us ahead. 20 versus 7. We get the ball. And we start now. Momentum is in our favor at the moment. Kyle Phillips, off we go with the delayed run. And all of my receivers are just getting better in holding onto the balls. We had so many ball drops in the first season. Actually didn't change anything apart from adding points to the offensive coordinator. To the ability that buffs it. Yikes! Thrown out of the sack. That was very quick. A very quick rush here by Jamal Adams. And I'm pretty happy that I got that one away. 3rd and 3. Noah Clancy. Let's go. Amari Rodgers is also an option, of course, but I just need him to step across that line here. Survive the on-rushing contact. There you go. Helmet booping. That's a boop for you and a boop for you. Do you also want a boop? On the nose or on the head? There we go. Mesh spot time. Antwane Wells. I'm going to try and hit him here. And again, I'm really amazed at how well he's doing in defending the ball from just going out of his hands. Really amazed. All right, Noah Clancy, maybe Phillips, maybe Spears. Alrighty. I mean, why not just go for that? I knew that Will Levis had a strong arm. But I am feeling more and more confident in going for longer pass throws here. Really going outside. Well done. Levis. Really fantastic. Really fantastic. Oh, Seattle is challenging this one. Is under review. There we go. Let's see. Did he have possession? The right foot and the left foot was immediately out of bounds. Alrighty. I think we're going to get called back on that one. Are we? Or is it going to stand? That's going to stand. Alright, ruling on the field stands. So we're going to keep plugging away here. Phillips and Clancy are my options, of course. Defense is stacking up pretty closely to the line of scrimmage. But we're just going to keep doing our thing here. I don't see any reason to go into panic mode, to change up our formula. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing here. Going to look for Chris McAdams here, or Antwane Wells. Or just get sacked and throw it away. Number 19 was breaking through here. That is Barnett, one of the players that I did give a quick makeover to. We're going to go the halfback angle here. Phillips. He has the sharp angle outside. If I hit him, it's a first down. If I don't, then it is field goal time again. And that, of course, was good coverage. Number 19 was there. And Rook or Horhoro out with an injury as Evan McPherson, a 52-yarder. Tell you what, it is really good having an excellent kicker like this. Sometimes when you start out, you just have to take the kicker that you have, or there are not a lot of good kickers around, then you really struggle at times to just get points on the board. And our defense holds them at the 4, which is a huge deal. But just to complete that thought, because sometimes you won't get into the, won't get close and won't get into scoring range, touchdown range. But the field goal range, that is doable sometimes. And sometimes you can just really get points out of games by just scoring a boatload of field goals. And I have won games 9 versus 6, 12 versus 9, 12 versus 7, 9 versus 7. And the difference maker was my kicker. There we go. So they're stacking up very closely. We're going to try and just put him off here with a wide rag. We're going to go with a Whyle, actually. There we go. Oops. There we go. Noah Clancy. My tight end. Very nicely. The 2-minute warning will hit us now. 23 versus 7. And we are hitting our stride. Let me just put it out there that we're missing players. We're kissing me players. What? What is Dreddeus on about, man? Now, we're missing key players, of course. As Tyjae Spears just moves ahead and moves ahead. Unstoppable here. Timeout called by the Seahawks. And we're going to try get that first down here. And Tyjae Spears gets it. And a few more yards. Another timeout called. And there is no stopping us now. We will be going for another run. Get the clock moving. There we go. Derrick Henry pushing forward. 2nd and 7. Let's just keep running this one here. I see no reason to change it. Any late injuries is certainly not something that we want to risk here. But I want to keep the clock running. 1 minute 24. 94 Will. Let's go like this. Gonna go towards the right hand side. Okay, boom. Is there an opening? A small opening. Ooh, could even have worked to break out towards the right hand side. 61 yards on 11 attempts. Jesus, man. Joe Alt is a beast. Did you see how big he was? Wow. And Spears is really, really tiny. But there we go. This is the trademark of often successful running backs, that they're just small and slippery. 40 seconds at the 32-yard line. Halfback ISO. Here we go. Straight ahead into the Seahawks defense. Josh Whyle leading the way, and Tyjae Spears kind of moving towards the side. That is strange. Let's get the field goal team out there. Quick, 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 quick. And is he going to miss this one? Is it going to be short or enough? Nah, it's actually enough. There we go. He has a lot of power. And momentum meter is now fully stacked as the game comes to an end. 26 versus 7. Almost shutting out the Seahawks. Drew Allar has to learn it the hard way. Will Levis just is a proven NFL QB right now. 70 yards, 250, no, 70% completion rate, 250 yards. This is the right way. 1 touchdown. But Drew Allar also had a good performance, actually. 165 yards, 61% completion rate. Rushing was Tyjae Spears. He was really good today. 77 yards. Didn't get as many yards, but those that we did get were crucial. 6 on average is not bad. 1 touchdown. That is also good. Receiving, Noah Clancy was in freaking insane. He did so well today. 140 yards, 1 touchdown. Did get a drop though, but doesn't matter. Jackson Smith and Jigba coming in second. Amari Rodgers with a drop, sadly. Kyle Phillips here. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Kenneth Walker, and Antwane Wells Jr. On the defensive side, we've got Roger McCreary with a few solo tackles. Total tackle leader, Kalen Bullock. Not Sandra, by the way. A few tackles for loss. 2 sacks. 1 for James Houston, 1 for Josh Pascal. And 0 interceptions. 4 for 4 for Evan McPherson. Great job, team. So it's another win. 14-1 in week 16. The Jags will not be catching up. That is out of the question as it is right now. They could win 2 more games, but it will be 13. And we've got 14. So that spot is secured. I also think that we've got the first spot in the NFL secured. We're also going to make our season target. We're going to hit that. That is fantastic. When you click triangle, by the way, you can take a look at these goals here in more detail. We've got weekly goals, we've got season goals, and we've got legacy goals. And these are the ones that we're currently just working on as time goes by. 5,000 team passing yards, 4,000 team passing yards, rushing yard goals. We're going to get this one next time. You also get points up there for the staff upgrade, so that is nice. We get a lot of points if we get these here, for instance, and you get those per season, but also overall. So that's pretty nice. Win 2 Super Bowls, we already won one. If we get another one, that's another 35 points. That would really help us improve our staff a lot. I am seeing the new injury down here, so let's just take a look who this is going to be. And it's going to be Aaron Brewer and anybody else. Just taking a look here. All right, so Treylon Burks is out. We knew that. Aaron Brewer is out 4 weeks. This is very sad, but he should be back in time for mid-playoff. All right, Glenn Sprinkle, Graham Barton, Jeffrey Simmons, and Chig Okonkwo will be back next week. Then towards the season end, and Glenn Sprinkle will return in the playoffs, as will Aaron Brewer. Treylon Burks would be back for the Super Bowl if we get there, but that is just something that we can't really wait for. Yeah, again, another solid performance. The score is looking better than it might actually be, to be honest. It's 26 versus 7. Yeah, guys, I hope you're enjoying this. Hope you're enjoying the games as much as I am. I really am having a blast right now. Also having a blast because of you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you so much. As always, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribes. And yeah, see you next time.